I see y'all brung y'all shovels. I see. What y'all niggas about to do? Huh? They dirt on me. Though they dirt on me. But little do they know it ain't hurting me. No, it ain't hurting me. They keep trying to throw they dirt on me. Though they dirt on me. But little do they know they ain't hurting me. No, it ain't hurting me.
Yeah, what's up with you? Your boy Has back once again for lend me your ear. Been doing a lot of working basically. So haven't really been up on here like I should be. But other than that, man, life is crazy. I don't got nobody to talk to, so I can talk to Spreaker radio. That's the best thing about this app, even if, those days when you don't got nobody to talk to, you get up on here and, you just vent. And venting doesn't take you having to talk to somebody, because nowadays people kind of make themselves not accessive or not available to be spoken to. But other than that, whatever. I've been working on a lot of music lately. Man, like if I wasn't going through all the little problems I was having, the little hiccups and headaches I'm having for 2017, I would be done with this project by now. Bury Me in the Booth, which will be coming soon. I want to say I'm gonna be done like around August. But yeah, it's just been a lot of craziness going on, man. And 2017 has really been an eye opener for me and everybody in my life. And I can only imagine what the second half is going to bring. I'm kind of, cringing what the second half is gonna bring, but the Lord is with me. I'm gonna pray up on it. And, I'm gonna stay focused. I'm gonna be a little bit more of a cautious person as I move ahead with certain things and certain decisions. The one thing that I've been thinking about too is when you a person that's been going against the grain your whole life, so to speak, that means that you're gonna have a very rough life. A person that's, that speaks out and questions things, or gives a scenario, usually is a person that people don't like. So how society is set up, you're supposed to do this, do that, and don't question anything. Don't ask any questions. You know what I'm saying? That's how society was set up. Don't make no, don't think outside the little box that you was put in. Always think how we expect you to think, do what we expect you to do. And that's pretty much it. That's how this country is. And one person that thinks differently will get alienated or treated a little bit differently than the person that thinks the same as everybody else. So, with that being said, it's no question. It's really obvious the things that I go through, it makes a whole lot of sense. I have a family that treats each other like a bunch of strangers. And when I was young, being that kid that likes to go against the grain and, switch things up. And, I'm that dude that like to, they tell you it's a record that can never be broken. I'm going to be that dude that try to break that record. But, with my family, you got a whole bunch of broken down, abused black people. Some of them some of that pain and that anger and, it stems from bad memories and, with occasion, like, I got a couple of, relatives that suffer from mental health. So that makes it worse than what it already is. And, when a person doesn't treat themselves well and, you drinking and you're doing drugs and God knows what else, mental health can really rear its ugly head. And I have a particular family member, my auntie, who suffers from that. And, things like that can put a gap into the family. When you have a crazy family member that, goes bonkers, or, if you got, bad stories of people being beaten and abused and sexually molested, and I don't have no problem with saying that about my family. I don't have nothing to hide, because there's people that have these things that goes on in their family and they're afraid to talk about it and they're afraid to come out with it. And as I get older, the less afraid I get, because I know my family have flaws and there's 100,000 other families that got those same flaws that my family have. But when you try to be that person that wants to bring them together, or have family functions, or, for the most part, I've been doing a good job with, making sure, bridging the gap with some of my family members. Certain family members are speaking to each other that don't normally, a couple of years ago probably would have been like, fuck him and stuff like that, But when you are a guy that tries to make those kind of changes, rather if it's dealing with your dysfunctional family, or rather if it's, changing your diet, or, changing the way you think about certain things, there's going to always be that person that's going to come in and say, you can't do that, or you can't say that, or it can't be done. And they're going to give you hell. They're going to give you hell for being different and breaking the mold and trying to reverse history. They're going to give you hell. And to anybody out there that likes to go against the grain and like to be different and likes to be daring and bold, I applaud you. This video is for you. Because if it wasn't for people like you, if it wasn't for me knowing about people like that in the world, I would have never taken those type of chances. And maybe those chances I took aren't paying off as much as I think they are right now, but maybe in the long run they will. But whenever you try to do things outside the box and not carry on the same boring, lame, stupid, grudges that, my family's been having. My family has a lot of grudges, by the way. But when you able to look past that stuff and show people that it's okay to look past that stuff, you gonna get hell, and, there's gonna be a lot of family members that ain't gonna like it. And it's gonna be a lot of family members that don't like the way you think if you think differently. Like I told, I got a family member that supports gay marriage and homosexuality and stuff like that, and I don't support it. I got, family members that support the government, and, they look at those guys in those suits and ties as heroes at the end of the day. I don't. Or I got family members that celebrate every goddamn holiday on the calendar, even the ones you probably don't know about. And I don't celebrate either. None of them. And they look at me crazy. You don't celebrate Christmas? You don't celebrate Easter? You don't celebrate Halloween? What's wrong with you? You need your head examined? Whenever you go against the grain and you think outside the box and you don't, you ain't walking in that single file line head first to whatever we walking to. Whenever you decide to go astray and get outside that line, that's when people are going to give you problems for going against the grain. That's when people are going to judge you, because they're not going to judge the people that's doing the same thing as everybody else, because they're doing the same thing as everybody else. They're following along just like everybody else. So let's not say nothing about them. Let's go judge them motherfuckers that ventured off and went astray. Let's go judge them, because they ain't acting like everybody else right now. And I don't like that. Those are the type of people that we deal with in this country that is the United States of America. It's okay to think different. It's okay to question things. Give things a second look. Hell, if you know what I'm saying? If you believe in evolution, I mean, I probably can't fuck with you like that, but I give it a second look. If you think that explosion started, and for instance, explosion started and shit just happened, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'll give it a second look. I ain't gonna say I believe it, but I'm not gonna alienate you for believing in evolution, just like you shouldn't alienate me for believing in creation. But that's how people are, and that's the double-edged sword that they created when they made this country the United States of America. But yeah, don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to speak out. Be brave. And always go against the grain. Talk to you later.